What is up, guys? Welcome on back to the news with TK. And yesterday was absolutely wild. We're into the weekend. You know, we don't do a ton of content on the weekends, but today we got to talk about this. So Tom Homan was over on Fox News talking about the arrest of the Newark, New Jersey mayor for trespassing, which, by the way, the federal government is saying they are 100% moving forward. We're going to roll the intro and we're going to get directly into it. So what is up? Welcome on back to the news with TK. I have to be honest, like some of the stuff I saw yesterday and videos I've seen after the fact, I feel like maybe there should be more than just the mayor charged with trespassing. Some of the stuff I've seen from the Congress people that were there and congresswomen and congressmen that were there, at least on the congresswoman side, looked like she was assaulting an immigration, customs, and enforcement agent. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the videos. They're out there. But we're going to get into a couple clips here talking about the situation yesterday. And I have to be honest, I have to agree, man. If you're getting in the way of officials doing their job, there's a time and a place to not just protest, but there's a time and a place to remedy those situations. You can take them into court. That's what they've already been doing. You could push and pass legislation. You could do things to make sure that the American people didn't have the people that you don't want in power right now by actually listening to them, and this wouldn't be happening. But without further ado, let's get into the clip. Roll it.
Straight to border czar Tom Homan. Tom, thank you so much for being here. You know, just watching that body cam video, absolutely incredible to see that went down. And before we get to it, I'd like you to also hear what the Newark mayor had to say also in his defense.
We ask them to obey our laws, to obey the policies and rules here in the city and the state of New Jersey, not to run roughshod over the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights, the 4th, the 5th, the 14th Amendment, that everybody on this soil deserves due process.
Tom, he's saying they're the good guys here.
Well, look, he's not very smart. I mean, bottom line is, that's what the facility's all about. This facility's about due process. This facility is where we put illegal aliens, people in the country illegally, first of all. If they're in the country illegally, they're being detained. And they're screaming and yelling about due process and 14 and all this in the Constitution. This is where due process happens. We have to detain them to go through the due process of, you know, sometimes seeing a judge, sometimes they already have final orders. It's ranging removal to their countries, they're getting travel documents to their countries and making sure all the administrative processes are followed. So this is exactly what the facility means. And I'll tell you this, I can guarantee you this facility has higher detention standards than any New Jersey facility. This facility has highest detention standards in the industry. You compare that to any jail in New Jersey and you'd be shocked how high these detention standards are.
You know, you have members of Congress there as well, and they're arguing that this was a matter of oversight. I want you to listen to what Congressman Robert Menendez Jr. said yesterday.
We were there to conduct oversight. It's a newly opened facility. They want to spin people. This is exactly what they've done their entire administration. They talk about criminals. They're separating families.
Conducting oversight in this manner. Tom.
No, it's not the proper way to do it. There's a proper way to conduct oversight. There's a way to make appointments, go in this facility. You don't break into the facility when a bus full of criminals are being, brought into that facility. This is about the safety and security of the employees. This is about the safety and security of the illegal aliens. And it's about the safety and security of the public. You just don't make an entry like that. You don't make an unauthorized entry while they're moving a bus of criminals in the facility. There's a right way and wrong way to do it. And look, I've said from day one, you cannot support ICE. You can go ahead and support sanctuary cities, but you can't cross that line. You can't cross the line of impediment. You can't cross the line of knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien. You certainly can't trespass in a facility that's contracted by the U.S. government to house criminals. That'd be like breaking into, a state prison, not going through the proper protocols. This creates a huge safety crisis, and these elected politicians know that. This isn't about the due process. This isn't about constitutional rights. This is about politics. They simply don't want these people removed from this country. They don't want immigration enforcement in this country, and that's what it's all about. They can try to hide it all they want with these protests around the facility, but we can continue to do what we're doing. That facility's got some of the worst of the worst. We're keeping President Trump's promise to the American people that elected him for the sole reason of securing the border and removing these public safety threats from the communities. That's exactly what they're going to do. They can stand out and scream all they want. They can trespass, they'll be arrested. If they impede, they'll be arrested. If they knowingly harbor and conceal, they'll be arrested. We're going to do this job for the American people.
So, like I said, I have to kind of agree where Mr. Homan is coming from here. You can't harbor, you can't impede, you can't interfere in a federal agency doing its job and not expect to get charged federally. Now, is there anything going to come of this with the mayor in New York? I don't know. Maybe. It depends on how bad Alina Habba wants to push the issue. Or they're going to have to work out a deal with the mayor to be like, you got to stop this BS, bro. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. But they showed some of the video previously too. I mean, there's a bunch of clips out there today that showed like there was people with bolt cutters there. This is a secure facility. What in the hell are y'all doing? Like, there's a fine line between protesting and criminal activity. And some of the stuff that I saw that went on yesterday definitely rises to the level of criminal activity. And I'm wondering if the Democrats are doing this on purpose to cause like the public to freak out because people are getting arrested, but you're intentionally breaking laws to get arrested. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't look like a winning combination to me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.